Hi, I'm Ellie Rose Gaming. I'm the creator of known shows like Astrolabs, School Improvement, and The Ellie Show, most recently. Well, I know you fellow animators and fellow new animators, or people that are asking me, well, how did I become so successful recently? Or how did I become successful and keep in touch with Flipperclip lately? Well, here's my answer. So let's go way back in, I say pandemic times around 2019. When I was first introduced, when I was like 10 or 11-ish years old by then, around that time, I got inspired by object shows like Battle for Dream Island and Teapot. I also got inspired by emergency alert system scenarios, specifically Thunder Buddy 01's Sin videos, and also some Analog Core EAS scenarios. I was also inspired by a couple movies and animated shows when I was way younger as a child. When I was a kid, I used to watch Christmas Vacation a lot because I loved the stupidity and humor of that movie. And I was inspired by it because I wanted a comedy show or something. And I also got inspired with the negative things in the world and kind of turn it into some sort of conflict in my stories. Or like some sort of like message to be wary of and should have concern over. To give the world a little verbal warning or give them something to question about or think about and consider. When I usually make animations, I always start off with the scripting. Scripting is one of the most important parts when making an animation. When I usually do that, I usually try to brainstorm. And I brainstorm like conflicts and issues in the world and what characters I need to use for that, and then write the script down and think of something brilliant enough to impress the audience and give a verbal message to the world. Even though I suffer from a disorder when it's technically a superpower to my parents, I still have trouble like getting brain farts and somehow pausing for a second and feel like, oh wait, that's not right, or oh yeah, that's not right, because I don't really know how to make a plot because of how I think in the world, how I perspect the world in my world. And then I would go on making the storyboard, drawing the characters and drawing the designs. I usually let my members of my Discord server do it, or I usually think of it. I usually brainstorm it, just like how I did with the scripting. And then I would go on to Flipperclip and start animating. And I would figure out what scene I would do first that would be more simpler, so that I can get the harder stuff later on and build from that building block of the easier steps. And then I would use a pen tool and markers, because the pen is very useful, and I would usually use the circle stencil on the app, because I don't have to draw a lazy circle because my circles are not really that good. So the stencil is super helpful. And I know some of you are complaining because the heads are like bobble shaped or like Funko Pop sized. Well, I'm still getting used to that, even though I've been animating for 4 to 5 years. I'm just trying to learn a little more, since I'm usually animate on my phone, because it's the only thing available other than the PC, but I have to share it. And then after I animate, I would go to my Flipperclip, and CapCut. I would go to my CapCut and start editing, and I would usually ask my friends or ask the person who is voicing the character to send their lines, and I would send a script of lines to them. And then I would edit those lines in along with my lines if I'm ever voicing, and then I would also add the music in, and the music I would get from somewhere. And then I would save it, and then once I get all the parts done, I would mash it together and turn it into a masterpiece. To the mission star, I'm gonna make sure that Jensen Cobb is wrong, and I will make sure that I'll make my boss happy and make everyone proud.
Yeah, that's the spirit, Skylar. Now I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you tomorrow, babe. Before I end this video, I'm gonna answer 2 more questions that you guys are also probably asking. Well, how do I motivate myself when I work on animations, or how long does it take? because I know a lot of you are complaining that at least show episode 3 Tornadic Outbreak has taken 2 years to make and I've been lacking. Well, here's the thing. What animation takes a long time. Usually, on average, if I worked on an episode without having any family plans going on, it'd take me approximately 2 weeks or possibly 2 to 3 weeks to make a finished episode. Almost a whole month. So I want you guys to be patient when I release stuff to the public, okay? It's because I need to get the voice lines and there's deadlines and stuff. I can't just do all the heavy work. I need to collaborate with my with the voice actors and voice actors are helping me with, and also the ideas and contributors are helping me with. Especially you, Flip-A-Clip. I'm sorry if I had to put it out there. And what I motivate myself with, well, I usually sometimes have a snack, or when I usually listen to downloaded songs I downloaded on my Nomad, which is mostly Robloxian songs like Die of Death soundtracks and stuff. Sometimes I even mix real songs instead of just video game songs. I know I'm a Robloxian person. Come at me, okay? I don't care. I'll take the pain. Anyways, that's all I'm going to cover today. Astrolabs episode 1 will release on late January to early February by the latest, I say. Depends on how the schedule is, but that's what the current schedule is planned. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Ellie Rose out.